A 1-1 draw here at Potters Bar Town, our penultimate pre-season friendly. What do you make of that?
Look, listen, a lot of bits we need to work on. A lot of bits where I think we're good. I felt that the intensity in the second half was very positive. I needed to get the boys on the pitch because I got structured minutes for everyone, but it would have been nice to have another 5-10 minutes with the group that was on the pitch, because I felt that as well as the 5 done on the 58th minute to come on the pitch and get to grips with the game, I felt that we had a little bit of ascendancy. But they long throws, the ball's in the box, the boy Noel Williams up top that was causing us problems. It's a great test for us and stuff that we need to work on. Of course, we have a big week this week, finishing off with Arsenal on Friday, and then we have a big prep week for Southend next week. And I'm not happy with the manner in which we conceded the goal. I've spoken to the group about that, and it's something now where it's becoming a bit of an issue that we're conceding from set plays. And I believe in that format. I believe in that setup with regards to it. I really need to now nail down the jobs and the responsibilities of the personnel on the pitch when they're given their roles. So yeah, there's a lot of positives, a few negatives, and something where a little bit disappointed with the first half. I thought it was slow, lacklustre. I said pedestrian was the word that I used at half time. We passed the ball for the passing's sake. We played in behind when we could play through, and I felt second half was a lot more productive.
Zach Brunt and Erica Souza, they both made their debuts after signing recently. How do you think they got on today?
I thought Zach was very positive. I thought he tried to get on the ball and try to make things happen. He thinks forward and plays forward. I thought he competed really well. I thought Erico's first introduction was to get it out his feet and wrap the ball in the box, and we was able to score from that. I felt he pinned people down. His game. Look, we're not foolish. He hasn't had much of a pre-season. I spoke to him about doing 45 minutes prior to the game, and he spoke to me afterwards about he felt he was slightly blowing, but we got to manage him now for Thursday and then again on Friday, and then give him a little bit of work at the start of the week next week to see where he's at for Southend on the 6th. But 2 very good additions, two additions that I think complement what we've got in the building. You look at the strength now we have in this group. We made 6 changes, and we got personnel that are currently injured, that are not available for selection. And for me, that shows you that we got options, and boys have got to play at their maximum. And this evening, some people weren't at the races, but not for the want of trying. But I need to now start nailing down my team for the 6th of August, and that's something that I'll be looking at the rest of this week and prepping to ensure that we're ready come Saturday the 6th to go and put on a performance.
And looking ahead to Friday, we've got Arsenal 11. What are you expecting from that?
Totally different to what we had this evening. Obviously, we're playing on our pitch, and it's no excuses. They've done wonders to get it to this level, and you see the water cannons behind, and I've got the chairman and Sammy Moore saying apologies, but no disrespect, we could play these in an FA Cup 4th qualifying round. We could play these in an FA Trophy game, so we need to get to grips with pitches like this. We'll be playing at home on Friday evening. It's a lot slicker, it's cleaner in terms of the way that the pitch is played. The opposition we're going to be facing is going to have a lot more movement, a lot more fluidity, probably look to play a lot more. But games like this evening, look at Grimsby that went out to the division. They had Cropper, and I remember it being in the quarter-final, semi-final and the final. There was a lot of goals scored from set plays, whether that's a long throw or free kicks or corners. And this evening, you can't replicate that against the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the West Hams, the Brentfords, because they play quick, they play through, and they want to run off you. Whereas this evening, the 9 was a battering ram for them. They had the 7 that had a long throw. They bring the kiddie on that's the 12 who's got an even longer throw. This was about having an attitude towards defending our box. So the contrast between playing Potters Bar and Arsenal is massive. But it's another learning curve for us. It's another opportunity for us to really get to grips with our set plays, because trust me, again, I spoke about it on Saturday, that we worked 45 minutes on Friday. We worked another half hour on it yesterday, nailing down whose jobs and the responsibilities. The team that set up and started the game were the team that dealt with all the deliveries into our box and getting first contact. So it's disappointing that we conceded a goal in the manner in which we did, and that's something that we need to address. But against Arsenal, I know that they're going to give us a little bit more respect to play. They're not going to pressure you like Potters Bar. But full credit to Sammy Moore and his side, because they stuck it right on us. And it's the final friendly, as you say. It's another opportunity for us to really look to get back on blob and get right on our game. And the beautiful thing is at the minute is injuries, and we're going into that game. I believe I will have another one available from the 2 that are sidelined currently, and if that's the case, we'll have a very good quota of personnel to play on Friday and then to have available for selection come Saturday.
Now we've got Southend approaching, start of the National League season. Have you started to figure out your starting 11, or is it still a bit too early for that?
No, decisions are being made. There's a few combinations. Obviously, bringing in Rico and then bringing in Zach Brunt just this week, it alters it, and it would have been nice the fact to have them in the building slightly earlier to get to sort of understand the way we want to play. But yeah, no, I'm probably a lot closer than where I was before the start of the game this evening. I have to work with the medical team. I have to work with the staff to get people all gearing up. Now it's very much about getting ready for the game against Southend, and the boys have all had a good amount of minutes. I like to work on the basis of 350 to 400 minutes across the board. Many have topped that, many have gone beyond that, some need topping up, but we cater our sessions to ensure that we are getting and hitting them quotas. But for me, I'm a lot closer to knowing my starting 11 now than I was before the game.